Alright, let's work through number 20, which is a multiple step problem. So we have to do a lot of different things here. Okay, so, excuse me. We look at the question, Julius and Walt are finding the product of 25 and 25 and 16. And remember from class, product means the answer to a multiplication problem. So they're multiplying 25 times 16. So you see Julius, this is how he did it. Walt, this is how he solved the problem. Okay. Now, my recommendation would be to solve it yourself first. Before you go in and see, what everybody did wrong, what is, any of this, I would just solve it myself because I want to figure out how to do it. And I'm actually going to solve it both ways because I really want to know exactly how to do this problem, because trying to find out what mistake somebody made is actually a lot harder than finding out the answer to the problem. So I have to really know the answer in order to look critically at Julius and Walt's answer and figure out where they made a mistake. So I'm going to do this using regrouping, and I'm going to solve it using an area model. So I'm going to do 25 times 16. I'm going to do regrouping first. It looks like that's how Julius tried to solve it. So I want to see what Julius did and see if I get the same thing Julius got. So 6 times 5, that's 30. 0 goes down, 3 goes up. 6 times 2 is 12, plus my 3 is 15. Okay, yeah, so far, Julius and I are getting the same thing. He got 150, I got 150. Okay, I'm done with my 6. Kiss it goodbye. 0 placeholder. Oh, good. Julius didn't forget his 0 placeholder. Neither did I. So far, so good. Now, 1 times 5 is 5. 1 times 2 is 2. Yeah, he got 250 as well. So it looks like he did it right. Well, let's see. I'm not quite done yet. I got to add my partial products. 0 plus 0 is 0. 5 plus 5 is 10. Carry my 1. 1 plus 1 is 2. Plus 2 more would be 4. Uh-oh, look what Julius got. He got 500. So I know Julius is incorrect. Okay, Julius' answer is incorrect. Well, yeah, I know that because I just did it. What did Julius do wrong? Well, it's pretty obvious. He got 150, I got 150. He got 250, I got 250. So he must have added incorrectly. So what did Julius do wrong? Julius added his partial products. I'm going to get real particular. Partial products. Or incorrectly. Okay? So that's what Julius did wrong. And I did that I just worked the problem out using the same strategy Julius did, and it was I pretty quickly was able to see where his error was. Okay, let's see Walt. Now he's got 4 numbers here, and I know when you get 4 numbers for partial products, you're using an area model. Okay? So I'm gonna erase some of this just so I have more space to make my area model. So I'm going to erase all of that I've written so far. But remember, you can rewind if you need to get it back. Okay, so now I'm going to solve it the way Walt solved it. And I see he's got 4 partial products, so he must have done an area model, because an area model has 4 partial products. 1 partial product in each one of the boxes. So first I'm going to break 25 into 20 and 5. And then I'm going to break 16 into 10 and 6. So remember, when you're doing an area model, start on the top with the very first number, and you have to multiply this 20 times the 10, then you multiply it times the 6. Okay, so 20 times 10, I can think of it as 1 times 2, which is 2, and then I have 1, 2 zeros. So 1, 2 zeros. Okay, next I multiply the 20 times the 6, which I can think of with mental math. 6 times 2, which is 12. And now I have just 1 0 for this one. Okay. So now I've multiplied the 20 times the 10 and the 6, so I'm done with that 20. Now I have to multiply the 5 times both of these numbers on the side. So 5 times the 10 first. I could think of it as 5 times 1, which is 5, and then I have 1 0 on the 10, so I have 1 0 in my answer. And then 5 times 6 is 30. No zeros on the 5, no zeros on the 6, so I'm done. So his partial products were, or my partial product, excuse me, were 200, 120, 50, and 30. So let's see Walt. Walt got 200, I got 200. Okay, that checks out. Walt got 50, I got 50. That checks out. Walt got 120, I got 120. That checks out. Walt got 300, I got 30. So what did Walt do wrong? Well, he multiplied his 5 times his 6 incorrectly. Because he got 300 for that part when he should have gotten 30. So he must have added an extra 0. He must have, thought, oh yeah, we always add a 0. But we only add a 0 if there was 1 in the numbers. And so we look at the 5. Nope, there's no 0 behind the 5 up here. And we multiplied it times the 6, and nope, there's no 0 behind the 6, so I don't need to add any zeros to the back of this number. And it looks like Walt did. So what did Walt do wrong? Walt multiplied. Ooh, that's really sloppy. This thing is hard to write on. Multiplied 5 times 6 incorrectly. And you could go on to say he should have gotten 30, which you were showing by showing your work right here. Okay. And then what is the correct product? Well, now we are ready to go on part C already because we have all of our partial products. Let's just write them down and add them up. 200 is one of them, 120 is another partial product, 50 is my other partial product, and my last one is 30. And Walt got 300, but we know it's supposed to be 30. So now I just add them up. 0, 2 plus 5 is 7, plus 3 is 10. 1 plus 2 is 3, plus 1 more is 4. So the correct product is 400. Alright, again, if I don't go over one of the problems in the videos today, just make sure you go read through the problem, read it carefully, underline, highlight the important information, but then also circle it so you know that tomorrow before we go into the test that we make sure we go over it one more time in class before the test, okay? Alright, thanks again for watching.